to where the money is. You've got to think of the ecosystem. So massively top tip. But to the people that have been saying that we're going to get to $10 by the end of the year, if we do, my channel would no longer be here because I'll be gone. I'll be on a beach somewhere because that's kind of like the area we're playing with. Be a lot of money. In my eyes, a lot of money. And I will no longer need to work at all if we get there. That is why I think it's massively unrealistic by the end of the year. However, if you can say that in 5 years' time, I take it. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you're good. If you're new to crypto and you'd like to learn more, hit that subscribe button and obviously press that bell button. I want to talk about XRP again. I'm kind of getting into the mood of XRP recently with Swell. I'm going to explain a few little nuggets and tips that you may need if you're new to XRP essentially, and most importantly if you're new to investing. Always helps. So, Coil. I've got myself set up finally. Coil, if you don't know it, it's run essentially on the power of XRP token. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. If you're a content creator, you don't have to pay for the subscription, but luckily I am. I will leave a link to my stuff below, but ultimately it's a much neater, better version than, funny enough, Steemit. I really do like this. I think it's nice, neat and tidy. And, you know, look at it. I just think it's, I don't know why, I just think it's quite nice and it looks really, really cool. And it's all run on the XRP token. So there you go. Check it out. And I will be posting up my YouTube stuff on here eventually. Another thing as well, Cinnamon video. Another great little thing that I really like. I tested it last week. One of my videos is on it. Cool. You can create videos instantly. Most importantly, you can get paid instantly in XRP token, which is brilliant. And it all links to your Coil account, which also links to your XRP tipping bot. So do check it out. I will be posting videos on here as well. You know, that is my profile. I've got one video on there just to test it out. And yeah, it works pretty neat. It's nice and tidy. It does literally everything that it says on the tin. And I literally just copied a YouTube video on there just to see how it worked. And funny enough, got some freebies. Not much, I know, but ultimately it's good to test. So I will also be leaving my tipping bot below because people have been requesting it. I've been requesting me, Ash, check out the tipping bot. Get your tipping bot on there if you're doing XRP content. So here we are. I have link below. Feel free to send me some XRP. I will love you forever. And it's always nice to get some appreciation for content I'm doing. So today's agenda. This bad boy. It dropped yesterday or the day before yesterday. Essentially, you know, depending on what time you're looking at things. But fundamentals are, it's quite a neat little advert. I'm going to play a little bit of it. I don't want to get a copyright strike again because I'm sick of people doing that. But there you go. It's quite a neat and tidy advert. It's lovely. It works very, very well. It's all on the basis of sending money very, very fast without any restrictions, very limited fees, quickly. And it's all on the emphasis of got it. I've got the money. I've received the money. Nice, quick, easy. Boom. Nice little advert. So where does this bring me to? This brings me back to this. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of things are happening. You've got to look at the last few weeks. They've been inviting a lot of big influencers to Swell, which is good. You want to get the ones that are consistent, who are always covering XRP. I don't. I cover XRP every now and again. I am a holder of it. I believe in it. I think it's going to be good. I also believe in Bitcoin, other cryptocurrency assets, and I also teach people. And I'm going to explain some teaching elements in a bit on the educational investing side if you're completely new to the space. But the likes of the digital asset investor going there, Mr. XRP on Twitter, big, massive influencers who have been very, very positive towards the brand is good. Now, double-edged sword with me with XRP. You've got really good influencers that are really, really good, but you've also got the people who are believe in XRP but give out the wrong messages. So fine balance. You've got to find the right people to follow, and the people with the best information have been invited to Swell, which is good. Other things as well. Brad has been literally every second on air he has got, it's talking about XRP in the future. Xspring has been released. You've got, on-demand liquidity, rebranding of obviously the XRP product and stuff like that. So there's been some really good things, but it always ties into what else is going to come, what could happen in the the Swell conference. So possible announcements could be happening before or at this conference, which could see a massive jump in price. But you've got to look at the price of XRP. Is it still low? I think it is. For what it is, what the product is, obviously there's a long way to go. We do not know if we're going to get X amount of price in so many years. We just don't know. It could completely fail. We don't know. That is why you got to look at investing in such a way of risk management. But one thing I will say is that people are in my comments all the time saying, oh, it's going to go to $10 by the end of the year. That is very, very unlikely. Even the best moon hopium boy will not be expecting that. So when you look at the chart and you look at the simple lines of it, this is just a normal XRP USD dollar one. I'm doing it in USD today because someone whinged and moaned about me not doing it in USD. I did it in Bitcoin. It's better to trade in Bitcoin because you get more profits longer term if you are selling to hold some store of value as well as XRP. But ultimately, the fundamentals are XRP right now is looking at a good option on the daily time frame for now, because we're actually, for the first time in a long time, we've actually held a bit of momentum above the EMA 34, which is, in my opinion, one of the best moving averages you can buy for a trend trade. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because you got to look at, look at the past and think, well, we're actually closed below it here. And the last time we actually went above it and broke above it was 70 days. So you got a long time to wait, and you've also got to look at the start of the year. It's been quite a horrific year for XRP in reality. Not so much in US dollar because XRP has gone up, but when you look at the Bitcoin chart, it was like 200 days below the EMA 34. So that is why I always trade in Bitcoin. You get a much better perspective of value over US dollar. US dollar for me is a bit of a shit, it's bollocks, we know that. But the fundamentals are, if you are calculating it off USD, it's calculated off a divided average of the Bitcoin price. So if Bitcoin is 14k, your XRP, your Ethereum, your Litecoin, your Link, etc. will be averaged high. But your XRP/BTC will be low. So if you've got spare Bitcoin, you put your Bitcoin in and boom, off it goes. Now, that is where I trade most of my assets. So it's harder to get a gauge of a trend on here. So if you're trading USD, fair enough, stick with it. If you're on leveraged platforms, cool. But fundamentals are, if you go to XRP BTC, you're going to get a much better picture of what's happened. This is why I use it, just to kind of explain it now. So that orange line was the line I was talking about. Look at it. 249 days, essentially, we did not close over it. Scary. We are now. So this is what I'm thinking more often than not. This is where we are. I think we'll double in price due to Swell. That's my honest opinion. I think we'll go from 30 cents, give or take, maybe 25, you can argue, to 50 cents, maybe up to 60 cents. That's my target, but it could happen, may not. But that's my possible targets. But I'm still buying. I'm just buying at these levels because I'm quite happy to buy them, because I'm thinking 5-10 years down the line. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm not thinking about next week. But I'm a trader as well. I'm an accumulating trader. I positional hold. So what do? What I suggest you do is not to get attached to it. Be brave, be bold. Do not take your whole bag out, but play with some. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you can keep a load on your ledger or whatever, and you can take a divided percentage amount and you're willing to sell it for US Tether, essentially, or Paco's token or whatever standard, I don't know what it's called these days, or even into Bitcoin, to rebuy low, you will possibly get some reward from that if you are willing to book the trend. Now, overall, the trend as it stands, it's still bearish, right? Because this EMA moving average 200, has not been broken. Once this is broken, you're going to start seeing a shift in bull momentum. That's where I look at it. That's what my trigger line is. The moving average 200 on the daily time frame is if I'm bull or bear. I buy a little bit here, I buy a little bit here. I keep accumulating up until this point. If it rejects and comes down, I will sell. I will rebuy low, get more tokens for the same price. That's what I do. It's simple. It's really, really simple. But again, I know a lot of people are trading US dollars. It's not the same. It is nowhere near the same. It's nowhere near as fun. It doesn't give you that same you know, sort of appetite. This is just Bybit, and we're finally above it on here for the first time in a long time, but the data is very, very restricted. So top tip would be trading Bitcoin, because if you've got Bitcoin and you accumulate low, you get more for the price of Bitcoin in terms of XRP weight. Okay, you're going to get a lot more. However, if this rockets up and flies up to these New Year kind of areas, you're going to basically grow twice as much Bitcoin as you did. If it comes down again in BTC, you just hold your Bitcoin. Whatever USD value of your Bitcoin is, it doesn't matter. Even if you're losing XRP value in USD, but you're accumulating more on the way down because you've got Bitcoin at a higher price, it's where the money is. You've got to think of the ecosystem. So massively top tip. But to the people that have been saying that we're going to get to $10 by the end of the year, if we do, my channel would no longer be here, because I'll be gone. I'll be on a beach somewhere, because that's kind of like the area we're playing with. Be a lot of money. In my eyes, a lot of money. And I will no longer need to work at all if we get there. That is why I think it's massively unrealistic by the end of the year. However, if you can say that in 5 years' time, I take it. I'm not going to lie, I would massively take it. So that's today's video. I hope you learned a little bit about investing. Don't get too attached. Try and climb into it. Accumulate at these bottom areas. And with hype, there's always hope. People will buy. People will get into hopium kind of positions. And if it does explode and blow up based off X, Y, and Z of what's happened and what comes out of interviews, you know, the chances of profits are key. But don't be afraid to sell a part of your bag. If it's going to go up, what goes up does come down. We've seen it. Look at this. Bang. Back down. We just don't know what's going to happen. So ride it.